Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Clancy, your weight loss warrior. Now it has been quite a while since I've made a YouTube video. That's my bad. But that just means that we have quite a lot to catch up on. Now since we saw each other last, I had completed an 8-day water only fast. Now the primary reason that I was doing this water only fast was to address a severe pain that I was having in my upper abdomen. And after doing the 8-day water only fast and ending my fast with a saltwater flush, amazingly, the pain went away, it subsided. And I feel like that was a huge success, a pivotal point in my journey. And for me, just experiencing the pain every day, day in, day out, from the time I woke up to the time I went to bed for well over a year, to all of the sudden the pain just going away. It was amazing. It was a huge success in my opinion. Now, when I broke my fast, I reintroduced vegetables into my diet, and I had been without vegetables for well over a year and a half. I had been doing strict carnivore, and I just thought that that was a really good opportunity to reintroduce vegetables back into my diet. Before I had gone full carnivore, I was experiencing a lot of discomfort and a lot of digestive problems and issues when I would consume vegetables. So for me, it just made sense to go strict, full-on carnivore, which is it's a great elimination diet. If there's something that is causing discomfort, pain, or inflammation, carnivore is a great way to eliminate everything except for fat, proteins, and water, which is what your body is made of, to see what's aggravating your system. And carnivore worked great for me. It's very fulfilling and satisfying. It's easy for me to stick to. It honestly just takes a lot of stress out of food in general for me. So when I ended my 8-day water only fast, I thought, what a great opportunity to reintroduce vegetables into my system since I've been without them for so long. Plus, I had completely detoxed and cleansed my whole system with the 8-day water only fast and in the addition of the saltwater flush. So to me, it was just a really good idea to try it out and see how I felt and how it was working for me. It's been at least 3 months since I made a YouTube video, or around that time frame, maybe not quite that long. It feels like forever. I've missed you guys. But in the last, let's say, 2.5 months, I have been consuming vegetables. I've been having a little bit more dairy than I am normally used to, and I've also been introducing like natural nut butter, raw peanuts, and trying very hard not to over consume those things, because yes, they are very healthy and they're very good in that high healthy nutritional fat that I'm looking for in my diet, but it can get out of hand really fast because nuts are very high in carbs and they do have natural sugars in them. So I've been enjoying them. I'm not gonna lie, I've struggled with the peanut butter, the natural peanut butter. It's just peanuts, there's nothing added to it. It's the healthiest version of peanut butter that you can get, but man, one spoonful is just not enough sometimes. And so I've had to catch myself and kind of stick it in the back of the cabinet, hide it from myself, just because it's just way too tempting. And I mean, I do have a binge eating disorder, so that will always be an issue for me. And that's something that I just have to be really on top of, keep in check, and just be very honest with myself about what's going on, how food affects my thoughts and how it affects my emotions. And I just have to be really honest with myself and stay on top of that. And I am the only person that has control over that. But another thing that we talked about in one of my last videos was the fact that I was stepping away from counting my calories and my macros and my micros and all of that really tedious, stressful side of my dieting. And I really wanted to focus on listening to my body more, because I feel very in tune with my body these days, and eating more intuitively. And I will say, over the last 2.5, maybe 3 months, I have been eating very intuitively And I'm there for a bit. I was eating 2 meals a day, breaking up my one meal into 2 meals and having 2 small meals about midday and in the evening. And I started noticing that I was retaining a little bit more fluid around my midsection, and I didn't feel as good. I was feeling lethargic more than normal, and the scale had gone up a couple pounds. So over the last 3 weeks, I have backed it down back to 1 meal a day. I eat in the evenings, and I have not been consuming very much dairy. It's kind of shadowing my original diet before I went to strict carnivore. Very, very little dairy, no vegetables, and various types of meat. And I eat nose to tail, so nose, everything in between, all the way to the tail of the animal, to get all of the good fat and the bone marrow and the good nutrients that are in the cartilage and things like that. If you're going to eat only meat, you need to eat nose to tail. So in the last few weeks, I have buckled down and been a lot more strict with my diet. I'm still not back to counting calories and messing with macros and micros and, you know, the carb app calculator, all of that stuff. It's too stressful most days, and my schedule is too busy. I've started a new job. I got in a car accident, so my car is gone. I'm in the process of looking for a new car. There's just a lot going on, and I really don't have the emotional fortitude to be tracking my calories and my macros and just everything every day. It's just too much. So I'm still trying to eat intuitively. The scale has gone back down, but I will say, and in the span of 2 months, just reintroducing vegetables and the nut butters, occasional, dairy, I put on about 8 pounds, which was scary to me. It was disheartening. I was very disappointed, but I just have to remember that with the vegetables comes carbs that I had gone without for a long time, so it's probably mostly water weight. And I just have to be really careful about the nut butters. And I've even told myself in the future, if I want to purchase some, just natural peanut butter or natural nut butter of some, just gonna buy the little mini 1 serving packs and not a jar, because once the spoon goes in and I get that 1 spoonful, it's just too tempting and it's right there open and ready to go. So in the future, if I want to enjoy some of that, I think I'll just buy those little individual single serving little, plastic packs that you just tear the top off and enjoy that 1 serving. So anyway, for me, that's what I have to do, because I have to keep myself on track, and I think that that's probably the best way to do it if I want to continue enjoying those things in the future. Also, in the last month or so, I made a new purchase, which is this really fancy scale, and it has an app on my phone that is kind of Bluetooth connected, and it measures my bone density, my water weight, my lean body mass index, my fat, and probably several other things that I haven't figured out yet. But wow, it's a huge, huge asset to have something like that. I would love to go get one of those body scans that tells you everything specifically, because they literally send you through the machine and it just maps all of your body mass and your fluids and all of that out. I would love to get that done, but I would have to drive 2 states over for the closest, I'm not even sure what they call it, body scan machine to have that done. So I thought, I'll just splurge a little bit and get myself a fancy home scale, and I'm pretty satisfied with it. So in the next week or so, I will be making a video and showing you guys my new scale, showing you how it works and how it's all mapped out and how it tells you the different sections, and it just lays it out really easy to read, and I've been enjoying it. But I have not been weighing myself every week. I've been kind of giving myself a little bit more time, about 2 weeks in between weighing, because like I said, I had put on about 8 pounds, and it's a little depressing to be trying to weigh myself on a weekly basis and it not budging. So I'm giving myself about 2 weeks and trying really hard not to think too much on it, because one day at a time. Rome wasn't built in a day. Things are not going to happen overnight. It took time to put the weight on. It's going to take time to get it off. So for me, that's just another way to keep myself in check. I am not going to give myself such a hard time. I'm really trying to cut myself some slack and just telling myself to be patient. It will come off. I know what I need to do. I know what works. It has worked for me so far. I just got a little off track with the intuitive eating. I probably need like a fasting or a health coach of some sort, but until that day comes, it's just me. But like I said, I was really wanting to hop on, touch base with everybody. It's been too long since we've seen each other. I'm so glad to be back and look forward to seeing more videos coming up really soon. I do have certain days that I know that I'm going to be home and that I have the time, so I will try my very best to get on a more structured schedule to get videos out. Please tune in, hit that like and subscribe button, and turn on your notification icon so that you get my next videos. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I'm so glad to see you, and I'll see you on the next one. Have a great day.